Hi, I'm Ada Vox. I am a drag vocalist, and this is how I work it. I'm gonna take you through a typical day of my beauty and wellness routine. My vocal range on a regular day is an A2 to a D6. I am the voice of drag, known widely as the best live drag singer in the world. I'm usually recognized from being a finalist on American Idol and Queen of the Universe.
Good morning. We are in New Orleans today. It is about 9-ish a.m. And let's get the day started. Today we have sound check and a show tonight. Oh, thank you so much. My phone's here. Time to get fueled for the day before we start to become beautiful.
The look that I'm gonna be doing today is very standard performance look for me. Just hyper glam, very beauty. If I'm getting ready for a day of performance, I will always make sure that I am awake and ready to get in makeup at least 4 hours before performance time if it's an evening performance. 1, I gotta get my voice going. 2, I gotta get hydrated. 3, I gotta get beautiful.
Okay, y'all, now we are here. We have a towel wrapped around us and we are ready to go ahead and get started for the day. We have our teeth brushed. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to shave my face. I forgot shaving cream. So what I'm going to do is actually use a bit of the conditioner from the shower. And just gonna go ahead and use that since it's better than just shaving completely on straight to the skin without any lubricant. Beautiful.
Drag is one of those things. There's so many steps to get to becoming a thing. You have to trust the process. I know it looks crazy right now. It's gonna look crazier in a little bit, but just go along with the ride. Next, we are going to take my trusty powder, Coty Air Spun. This is in shade Translucent Extra Coverage. We are gonna take a big old powder puff that I had hiding in there, and we are gonna put powder all over this face to set all of the creams that we have set down. Oh my goodness, don't breathe. We're gonna dip right into Cut by Miss Fabiance Michaels right here. This would usually be used for a contour, but I like this color for a good natural glam eye. With this brown, we're gonna begin to shape and cut our crease. Of course, in order to further feminize and accentuate features of my face, we are going to over dramatize certain things, and that includes creating extra eye space on the way to beauty. When I am traveling and I wake up at the hotel to get ready for my day of a show, wherever it may be, the first thing that I do is get myself water. As a vocalist, hydration is the #1 priority, because if your vocal cords are not properly hydrated and lubricated, then you're going to be at increased risk for vocal damage. Full access to all the tonal qualities that you wish to produce, hydration is the key to everything. I discovered drag and the LGBT community and all of those things much later in life. I saw my first drag queen after I was invited to take part in my local Pride in San Antonio, Texas, which is my hometown. I was invited after my appearance on American Idol season 12, where I was on as just little old me. And after watching some of them on stage, I said, why are they all lip syncing? Why is nobody singing? What is happening? So after that, I just said, you know what? I think I know what I need to do. And that's how drag got started for me. I started doing drag because, having been in the industry as a professional vocalist for a good few years before I ever created Ada Vox, I was always told things as, you're not attractive enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not marketable enough. So in my working towards wanting to advance my career into the mainstream industry, I said, how can I fool people or make the industry think that I'm good enough? I created Ada as a type of diva persona that was always within me. I have been a singer first and foremost, and this is why I refer to myself a little more as a drag artist rather than a drag queen, which I think is more of a specific term in the drag umbrella, which covers so many beautiful colors of the drag rainbow. Now we're just gonna go ahead and take a good fluffy brush and we are gonna dust off all of this excess powder from under our eyes. Whoop. Little flick. I think we got it. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and begin our contouring and shaping of our face. And right here. Pad, 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 swirl, swirl, swirl. Whatever works for you. There's a lot of forehead to shade, y'all. The next step we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and get this Shiny Cosmetics brush right here. So a little dip, boop, right into chisel. You don't need much. And we're gonna head into actually chiseling the cheeks. So now we're gonna get into blush. We're gonna take that same first contour brush that we used, big, fluffy, angled, works for me. And this palette from Shiny Cosmetics right here, one of my favorite blush palettes. We're gonna do a little dip, 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 probably into these two colors here. A very liberal amount of blush. Because I'm gonna place this, it's gonna look crazy, probably like very Cyndi Lauper, girls just wanna have fun, like crazy amount of blush first. That's just how I work. We're gonna take this to everywhere that we applied contour. The magic of the fluffy brush, right here. Next, to finish our contouring process, we're gonna contour our nose. We're gonna try to make that thing skinny and snatched. Use your fingers to help blend out those edges. We're gonna take a little bit of powder again, loose powder on this sponge. We are going to actually put a small amount under each eye. We wanna be awake, awake, wake up, put a little powder under your eyes. Now we're almost done. The thing with drag is once you draw on your eyebrows, you can't do a whole bunch with them. I have half of my eyebrow only because it makes my job a lot easier. For instance, when my brows grow out, they are about this big and this long, just right above my eyes. And that just doesn't work for what I go for drag. This is concentration. If I don't concentrate, I will look like I'm constipated. We've got one eyebrow on, and now the real challenge is getting to match it to the other one. I'm sure plenty of you can relate, so let's just hope for the best. When it comes to preparing a look, for me, I oftentimes get inspired by people that I see, other queens that I follow, other people that I admire. I gravitate towards very, very beautiful things. For me, I like a sparkle because it feels expensive without always being expensive. Sequin will be your best friend. One of my keys to fashion and looking glamour is always a good dramatic sleeve, honey. One thing that I really love is that there is this really great collaborative networking that goes on through social media for drag artists, entertainers, and whatnot. There's groups where people literally have created spaces just to buy, sell, trade, and create drag for one another. Everything from hair to jewelry to makeup products and costumes. And I find a lot of inspiration and a lot of my favorite garments have been from those collaborative efforts and from artists and creators who are in those spaces. As a singer, there is a whole lot of attention drawn to my lips. So this particular step is very important in making sure that we look together because everyone is staring at that mouth, especially as a singing queen, because everyone wants to know if you're lip syncing. So they're paying attention, honey. A lip like this, which is a wonderful thick and matte formula. The matte formula is what works for me because of the way that I overdraw my lip. You don't want any shimmer to be placed there if you're doing one solid color because it will only accentuate the line of your natural lip, which you're trying to avoid, of course, creating the illusion of larger lips. So I have this lash right here. We're gonna pop this on our eyes at the lash line at the front. Off the lash line towards the back. So this is the finished makeup look. So when it comes to hair, I've got a lot of my own. So I like to pop on updos or put on a ponytail over this and just call it a beautiful, easy day. But sometimes I like to wear full cap, actual drag wigs. When I travel for a gig, I am known to travel very, very light. I can make everything fit in a backpack and a duffel bag. She's a minimalist queen. In my travel bags, I always have a small package that carries all of my makeup, which usually fits just in my backpack. And in the duffel bag, I'll have a pair of heels, 2 outfits, usually a hairpiece, some flowers to put in my hair. I love a flower in my hair. And my undergarments. I got a good corset on just in case. And aside from that, I just take what I need. I am very blessed to be one of the luckier queens who doesn't wear a bunch of padding or 16 pairs of pantyhose like some of these queens do. I just wear 1 or 2 pairs of Spanx, a corset if I'm feeling frisky, and let my natural body do the rest of the work. When I'm getting ready, especially on days where it's a little more difficult mentally, physically, we're tired, we're going through it, I like to sing positive affirmations to myself while I'm getting ready. I like to get my little powder brush going and say, "You're so pretty as you are," while I'm getting ready, putting on my lipstick, saying, "Yes, you better be beautiful." Oh yeah. Right before I go on stage, while I'm sipping the last bits of water, I like to have a moment of silence where I get to collect myself and make sure that I'm in the right mind space to get out there, turn myself on that entertainer switch, and be ready to give a good show. When I'm performing, I love to dig out the diva classics, anything like Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight, all the way up to the new girls like, say, Alicia Keys, Christina Aguilera, Dua Lipa even. Why the heck not every now and again? As long as I can feel like a beautiful diva giving you some diva attitude, then I'm gonna be able to sing you a lovely song. My favorite part about performing is always that I get to put myself into everything that I do and hopefully touch other people with my message and with my passion for what I'm doing. My saying is always, I do what I love for the people that love what I do. So if I can get other people to feel the love that I put into it, that's what I love the most. When I do my performances, it's kind of different every single thing that I do. Sometimes I'll be thrown into shows where I do 1 or 2 numbers to open up a big show or to headline and be part of this fundraiser event. Other times I do actual like mini concerts where I have full live bands and I'm in a full theater and do an 1.5 hour, 2 hour long show. It just depends on what the occasion calls for. Finally back to the hotel room after the gig, y'all. Now it's time to get out of all of this foolery and become a clean and rested queen. Then I jump in the shower, wash off my face with my favorite shampoo conditioner, Garnier Whole Blends Honey Treasures, I believe is my favorite one that I use. I like to use the shampoo because I feel like it strips the most oils and residue off of my skin. We're gonna take just a couple pumps of this. Oh, that looks pretty good. After a performance, quite oftentimes I'm very, very depleted, energy-wise, physically, any way that you can imagine. I had brain surgery when I was a young child, which has caused some long-lasting sensory issues. Some of those things like sensitivity to light and sound lead to like triggering migraines, triggering even muscle spasms, body aches and pains after every single performance. So I'm often left feeling very drained, but I can't stop because I love what I do so much and I'm so passionate about sharing my song and my soul. So once I am out of the shower and ready to collapse into bed, I always make sure to hydrate one last time. I drink a good liter of water before heading to sleep to make sure that I wake up refreshed and ready to sing. Still gonna finish our water. Okay, Allure, it's now like 1 a.m. or something, and I'm real tired. Thank you so much for spending the day with me. Good night.